Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. I got another project going. I want to clean up this drill bit and I'd like to sharpen it and get it ready to run. But it's really dirty and it's got a lot of rust on it. I could put it in a vinegar bath and get rid of the rust, but I think with all this crap on it, it would probably work in the vinegar, but it would be an uneven job. So I'm going to try something else. When I went to Harbor Freight last time, I found this shaft-mounted nylon abrasive circular brush. Now, I don't know how it's going to work, but I thought, okay, I'm going to try it. I use wire brushes on these things, but wire brushes fling wire all over the place. And I thought this one might be an interesting project just to see if it worked better. And since it was only $3.99, and of course I was there to buy something else, and had a 20% discount coupon, so I got this and another magnetic strip. Now, to use this thing, you need to mount it in a spindle of some kind. And I've done it where I mounted it in the lathe, but since I did it in the lathe, I've gotten a new way of going. I think you remember this thing that I set up to take the rust off of saw blades? Well, it does that really well. But I think it's also going to work quite well to hold this. By inserting a hex key into the arbor, that gives me a good way to grip onto it so I can loosen up the chuck. I think this might actually work better if I had a standard Jacobs chuck on it. Now, because I haven't used this before, I'm going to put on some PPE. With a wire brush, it tends to fling wire all over the place, and I don't know if this is going to throw nylon around or not. But cheap protection just to wear a face shield while I'm trying it. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, it works. It's awfully slow. I wonder if I can speed it up a bit. This seems to polish more than it actually takes the rust off. Well, that worked a lot better on shining it up. Now I'm going to switch back. Let's see if this will polish it. I used the nylon bristle in this section. I wasn't able to get clear out into the end because I can't get past that hook. I'll have to do that by hand. This part, I use the heavy abrasive, and you can see that the rust is gone and it actually polished out some of the pits. This really removed quite a bit of material. But there's a difference. This is polished and that is abraded. You can see that the surface is a lot nicer on this section right here. So I think going through this with the heavy abrasive wheel took the rust off. I mean, there's still just a little bit right there. You can see that little bit right there on the shank. But the shank itself is polished up. I'll have to go back and touch that up a bit. Having the abrasive wheel take off the rust and then go over it with the nylon bristles makes it look really, really nice. Now this drill bit is really pounded. Whoever used it went into something that's just abrasive as hell. They might have used it to drill holes in the dirt, who knows. But the ends of it are all chewed up. This one's going to be a real bear to try and sharpen. And they've actually ground away the threads on the pilot screw. I don't know if I can get those chased back in there or rolled in somehow, but I'm going to give it a try. But the tool itself really polished up nice. Like I said, this is the area that I polished. This is the area without any polishing. So I'm going to go back through and finish this up with the nylon wheel so that I've got it all polished up looking good. That auger bit hasn't looked this good in a long time. I'll go in there with some hand stones and polish up that little bit, and then I've got to sharpen this with a file and see if I can cut some threads back on the tip of that. This actually worked pretty good as a polisher, removing the scratches left by this. This is a much better way to take off rust. This is really aggressive though. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.